The biblical story of Samson and Delilah. Samson and Delilah, Judges 16 verses 4 to 22. Samson was a man chosen by God from birth to be a judge over Israel. God gave him extraordinary strength because of a vow called the Nazirite vow. As part of this vow, Samson was never to cut his hair, drink wine, or touch anything unclean. His strength came from the Spirit of the Lord and was connected to his obedience. One day, Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah, who lived in the valley of Sorek. The Philistines, who were Israel's enemies, wanted to capture Samson because he had defeated them many times. They went to Delilah and offered her a lot of money if she could discover the secret of Samson's great strength. Delilah agreed and began to press Samson with questions. 3 times she asked him where his strength came from, and 3 times Samson lied to her. First, he said, "If I am tied with 7 fresh bowstrings, I will lose my strength." But when the Philistines came, Samson broke them easily. Second, he said, "If I am tied with new ropes, I will become weak." But again, he snapped them like thread. Third, he said, "If you weave my hair into the loom and pin it, I will lose my strength." But even then, he escaped. Delilah kept nagging and pressuring Samson day after day until he was worn out. Finally, Samson gave in and told her the truth. "My hair has never been cut, because I am dedicated to God as a Nazirite from birth. If my head is shaved, I will lose my strength." Delilah saw that he had told her everything. She sent for the Philistine rulers, and while Samson slept on her lap, she called for someone to shave off his 7 locks of hair. His strength left him, and the Philistines captured him. They gouged out his eyes and took him to Gaza, where he was bound in chains and forced to grind grain in prison. But the story did not end there. Verse 22 says, "But the hair of his head began to grow again." White right pointing backhand index. This story shows how disobedience and giving in to temptation can lead to downfall. But it also reminds us that God can still use people for his purpose, even after their mistakes.